Hi there friends, if you're new to my channel, my name's Nicole. First of all, I want to apologize because I am at the tail end of a cold, but I didn't want to put off filming my October favorites any farther because we're already in November, so I thought I'm just going to go ahead and film it, and hopefully my voice doesn't sound too weird, hopefully I can stop myself from coughing too much, but here we are. In any case, I wanted to share my October favorites with you guys. I've got my list here. I actually have a fair bit of makeup, some TV shows and books, and one fashion item. So let's go ahead and just get into it. So the first item that I want to share with you guys are these boots. They're from New Look, and I found them in the store, actually in a different color, so I had to order them in my size, but they were super helpful with it. And they're just gorgeous. They have a zip up this, and they've got like a fairly good heel on them, but it's actually really walkable because it's so chunky. And then they have these studs, which are really in on boots this season, and 3 buckles, which again is pretty in. I didn't really have a pair of dressy boots or like dressy, more wintry heels at all, so these are definitely performing that function for me, and I just love them so much. They're actually so comfortable, and if I can find it, I'll put a link to them down below. I'm dying of consumption. I got it at Keith's house. Next, I'm going to talk to you guys about 4 different makeup items, and I'm going to start with this BB cream, which is by Rimmel London. It also has SPF 15 in it, and it says it's a BB cream beauty balm. I use the shade Light, obviously, but it says it's long-lasting, up to 24-hour hydration, even skin tone, and obviously it's not full coverage, it's a BB cream, but if you've been watching my videos for a while, you may know that I kind of stopped wearing makeup over the summer, or not makeup, I stopped wearing foundation over the summer, and then I was using the Clinique foundation stick, but I ran out, and I have a new one in the mail to me. So in the meantime, I've been using this, and it's really nice. It goes on super smooth. It feels hydrating. Like, sometimes I feel like foundation can get cakey, but obviously this doesn't. I like knowing that I have an SPF on, and it's just super simple to use, and I've really been loving it. I wear this, I'd say, most of the time now, just because I feel like it's worth putting on just for the SPF part of it. So highly, highly recommend this. And it's not expensive either. You can buy it like at a Superdrug or a Boots. And I assume that you can get that in the US as well. The next 3 things I'm going to talk about are actually Tanya Burr Cosmetics products, which if you're in the US, you can get on Feel Unique, or if you're in the UK, you can get on either Feel Unique or Superdrug on their website or in the stores. So the first item I actually bought, it's the Tanya Burr Cosmetics, let's see, Illuminating Power in Peonies Please, which is kind of a combined, let me see if you can see it better. I love the packaging with all the gold and the clear. I think it's really nice, especially for drugstore packaging. It's so aesthetically pleasing. But it's this like blushy, illuminator, highlighter combination, I guess. I really like it because I can kind of just swipe it on and I don't have to do blush and highlighter. And I think it's nice. It's subtle. It's not overpowering, especially as a pale person. I have to be careful with highlighter and blush. But I've been using this almost every day just because I like how it looks so much. The next 2 things I got, you may have seen my vlog. If not, I'll pop it down in the description box below. I went to the Tanya Burr Christmas Cosmetics collection launch event, basically, at Harvey Nichols. And with that, we got really nice goodie bags. And the next 2 things I actually got in that, and I've been using them non-stop ever since. The first one is this Tanya Burr Cosmetics Enchanted Dream Eye Palette. And I'll show you here. They look really nice whenever they come because they have little stars like embossed in them. But I've used them quite a bit. I'm going to try not to show the mirror. But it's some really lovely shades. I actually don't have many shimmery eyeshadows because I tend to wear mattes. But I've been really enjoying these because they're just a little bit shimmery but quite neutral. So on days when I don't feel like going for a full eye look like I'm wearing today, I'll use these. They're really nice for class. But I think could also be used for a dressier occasion as well. It's also really nice packaging. It's got a little mirror in the lid. It's this gorgeous like shimmery purple color, and I think that these are actually really great. I definitely want to buy at least another one to try because she's got several different sets with different colors. The next thing, if you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen me talk about on my Insta story because I'm obsessed with it. It is the Tanya Burr Cosmetics Selfie Lash Mascara, and it comes in this gorgeous gold tube, which I love. And I typically have been very loyal to the Benefit Roller Lash and the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascaras. I have used them for several years now. I think that they're great. I have literally not touched another mascara since I got this almost a month ago. It's really nice. It doesn't clump at all, but it still gives you a lot of definition, and I've really been liking that look lately. It doesn't seem to stick to my actual skin around my eye at all, because sometimes I have an issue where you do your mascara and then you end up with like a line of black on your eyelid. And I really like the wand, actually. It's gives you a really nice precise application, and it seems to really separate your lashes as you put it on. So I've been using this a lot actually with the Benefit, I think it's the They're Real Primer, which I'm kind of just addicted to. I also used it without it though, and I felt like it did equally well. So highly, highly recommend this. I definitely am going to be purchasing another one, and probably will bring some back for my mom and sister because I think everyone should try it. And no, I'm in no way sponsored by Tanya Burr. I was given those products at the event with no, just as a goodie bag, no hope for being talked about, but I actually love them so much, would love them equally if I had paid for them, and plan to pay for them again. The next thing I'm going to talk to you about is actually a notebook, and it is this One Line a Day, a 5-year memory book, which my cousin Mary Catherine gave me before I left for England. And basically what it is if you look in it, it's got a page for each day of the year, and then you can write in the year, and there's 5 slots, so you can write like a couple of sentences per day. And I've been using this since I came over, and it's already so nice to look back. For one thing, it's useful just if you're trying to figure out, like, what was the day that I went out to Windsor? I can look in here and find out. But also to look back, and I try and record kind of how I was feeling every day, so the days that I was homesick, the days that I was really happy, and I think it'll be really nice in the coming years that every day I'll get to see like what I was doing that day a year before, or 2 years before, or whatever. So I really plan on keeping up with this over the next 5 years. Then I can look back on the last 5 years. Oh god. It's also just a really pretty book. It's got this like, it almost reminds me of like stars, and then it's got gold on the edges, which I love. So a huge fan of this. I hope you couldn't tell how much I need to cough in that part. The next thing I want to talk about is Northanger Abbey, both the book and the, I think it was the 2007 TV movie of it. I'm almost finished with it, but I wanted to go ahead and put it into the favorites video for this month. Northanger Abbey I had never read before. I'm a huge fan of Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility, and Emma. And I thought that I would branch out, especially because October in the booktube world, and I guess just like book world, is Victober, which is Victorian literature, particularly things related to Gothic literature. And while Jane Austen is a bit before actual Victorian literature, she definitely plays into the kind of Gothic tropes of Gothic literature with this book. Catherine Morland, the main character, is really into Gothic novels and kind of gets spooked about a lot of stuff. She's got a really wild imagination, and I really enjoyed her, actually. I found her a heroine who is relatable in that she is fairly naive, she's fairly young, she's not perfect like Jane Bennet or even Elizabeth Bennet. I have always struggled to relate to because she seems like a bit much for me. But I really enjoyed this. I cannot wait to finish it. I also will say I love Mr. Tilney, the kind of, I guess, romantic hero of it. I think that he's really great and not as perfect as like Mr. Darcy or Mr. Bingley or Mr. Knightley or something like that, but he seems more like a guy that you could actually find. So really big fan of this. I also did watch the 2007 movie of Northanger Abbey, which starred Felicity Jones as Catherine Morland. And it's really funny for me because I'd actually not seen Felicity Jones in anything before. I saw her in Rogue One, and I wasn't a huge fan of her as Jyn Erso, which may also just be that I wasn't a big fan of Jyn Erso, actually. But I've seen her lately in this adaptation of Northanger Abbey, and also in The Invisible Woman, in which she plays Charles Dickens' mistress, I guess, and she blew me away. She's so good at period film, so I am really happy that I found that out, but I really like her in Northanger Abbey. I also love J.J. Field, I think it is, who plays Mr. Tilney, and it's always fun to see a young Carey Mulligan, because she plays Isabella Thorpe, who is Catherine Morland's best friend, I guess you would say, and it's funny because it's, it was 2 years after, I think, the 2005 Joe Wright film of Pride and Prejudice, in which she played Kitty Bennet, which was the first thing that Carey Mulligan ever did. And it's been really fun, I guess, to see Carey Mulligan go from playing such a small, insignificant role that I felt like she did a really good job of making her own, to obviously now she gets huge, big roles like she was Daisy in The Great Gatsby. So always fun to see some of her earlier work. Gotta consult my notepad for the last few things. Alright, so I have a YouTube channel and 2 TV shows that I want to talk about. The YouTube channel is Catherine Steele. If you don't know her, go check her out. I will put a link to her channel down below. She is a theater YouTuber. She talks about musical theater. She's from, I believe, California, so she's American, which is also fun. And she does the most fun video ideas. So I've been really loving her content lately. Definitely go check her out. The first TV show that I want to talk about is Rain. And if you've been watching me for a while, or if you know me, you will know that I love Rain. I love Torrance Coombs. And I've been watching it since it first started. Now, I wasn't too impressed with seasons 2 and 3. I didn't think that they lived up to season 1. But I recently watched season 4 in a period of maybe like a week and a half because I think it's so much better than the other 3 seasons combined. I have to say, if you gave up on the show and stopped watching it, go back, watch season 4. It's incredible. It kind of is split between Mary returning to Scotland and reclaiming her throne there and the political struggles that she has, and Elizabeth I and her court and her struggles to maintain her throne, and really looks at how these women were quite similar and were cousins and were trying to do the same things basically and protect their country. And it's a little bit younger a portrayal of Elizabeth than you typically get to see, which I also enjoyed. But I think that Adelaide Kane is such a talented actress. She's so good at Mary, and I have to say, the thing about Rain is that you knew going in, at least if you know any history, that Mary gets executed. She gets her head chopped off by her cousin. That's the end of the story. So I don't know why I cried so much whenever it finally happened, but it was really well handled. I highly, highly recommend watching it. I honestly feel like if you don't want to watch the first 3 seasons, if you've not seen anything yet, maybe watch the first season, read some synopses on like Wikipedia for seasons 2 and 3, and then watch the 4th season because it is well worth seeing. And the TV show that I started recently and have been watching is The Tudors, which sounds really funny. I watched all of season 1 in the past like couple of weeks. I had watched part of season 1 before, but I'd never gotten all the way through it because I really am not a fan of their portrayal of Henry himself. I don't think that it's that great. I think that perhaps they don't even do him justice. They make him worse than he really was in his early age. But I love Natalie Dormer, and after seeing her in Venus and Fur, I was like, alright, I have to do it. I need to go back and watch it. There are also so many actors that I love in later seasons, from Alan Van Sprang, who was on Rain, to Torrance Coombs, who I obviously love, to Colin O'Donoghue from Once Upon a Time, and I cannot remember her name for the life of me right now, but I know that the girl who plays Catherine Howard in the later seasons is the girl who played Georgiana Darcy in the 2005 adaptation of Pride and Prejudice. So I feel like it's time for me to watch it. I need to just do it. And I've actually really been enjoying it, so I would highly recommend it. It's nice too because I kind of like to have it on in the background and then I'll pay attention to the scenes with, like actually sit down and watch the scenes with Natalie Dormer or with Sir Thomas More, who's played by Jeremy Northam, who I love as Mr. Knightley in the Emma adaptation. So I also think that the acting on it is actually fairly impressive, even if some of the way that they portray history is kind of interesting. In many ways, I much prefer something like Rain that is very open about the fact that it's fictionalizing everything. But I think it's still well worth a watch, so that's what I've been enjoying. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this. I'm sorry if my voice sounds terrible because I'm sick. Hopefully I will be back soon with non-sick videos. I'm putting off filming more so that I can hopefully heal a little bit better. But let me know what you've been loving in the month of October. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up as always, and to subscribe to my channel if you're not already. You also can click the little bell icon to be notified whenever I upload a new video, which as of lately has been typically every Saturday or Sunday and every Wednesday. I'm trying to do 2 videos a week now. We'll see how long I can keep that up, along with school and volunteering and writing reviews for Broadway World, which I just started doing here in London. So hopefully though, 2 videos a week, so make sure that you're subscribed. And again, let me know what you've been loving down in the comments below because I love to chat to you guys. And if you follow me on social media, I'm at NicoleAckman16. Let me know that you watch my videos and I'll definitely give you a follow back. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Bye!